Factor 2x cubed minus 6x squared minus 4x plus 12. Now the first thing we notice about this are the number of terms. We have 4 terms. Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, and 4 terms here. Now that's the first thing we notice about this. 4 terms. So it's not a trinomial or a binomial because we have 4 terms. Alright, now rewrite this 2x cubed. We're going to say 2 with x, x, and x. Okay? And this has a 2 times 3, isn't it? 6 is 2 times 3, isn't it? And then we have a couple of x's. So now notice, first of all, I had a 2 here and a 2 here, right? And then I have a couple of x's on both of these, don't I? Look, you wrote your 2 down, a 2 with a couple of x's. Well, actually, there are 3 of them, aren't there? Because it's x cubed. And then we have our 2 times a 3, and then we have a couple of x's here too, don't we? So what do they have in common? A 2 and a couple of x's. Now on the right side, what do these have in common? A 4, right? Well, really, not just a 4. Well, I know 4 goes into 12, okay? This has a 4. But really, what do I have here? If I wanted to have something in common, I would love to have a negative 4 over here. So let's just write that, negative 4. Now to get a 12, negative 4 times what? A negative 3 gives you a 12. Okay? So we'll highlight what we have in common now. The 2's we had in common and the couple of x's we talked about. Okay? Right? And then we have the negative 4's. All right? All right, so now we have 2x squared. That's what they have in common. A 2 with a couple of x's. Put it in yellow, but don't write xx, write x squared. Now what do we have left? This x, this minus right here, and then the 3. Cool? All right, now, when we have 4 terms like this, we're going to look for a Christmas present. What do I mean by that? Well, how many days a year do you wake up, get out of bed, and go look under a tree inside your house for your present? How about 1 time a year? And it's because somebody set it up that way, huh? Somebody set it up. Somebody put a present. Well, first of all, somebody went out and got a tree and put it in your living room. And then they go out and put presents underneath it. That is just not reality at all, is it? Okay. Neither is this problem. Look, you have x minus 3. Somebody designed this problem so I could write the same thing over here again. Sort of like Christmas, huh? I mean, real life, this would be a 13 right here. Or a 98.6, something crazy. And we wouldn't be getting this little x minus 3. But watch what happens now. You see you have an x and a minus 3 here? So for Christmas, because somebody designed this problem this way, the minute you write down the 2x squared and you get these 2 terms right here, then you write this down again over here because somebody designed this problem so you could have this. All right? Now, to get that, what do I take out? I took out the blue negative 4, didn't I? And that leaves you the x and the minus 3. But we factored out a negative 4. So I kind of work this backwards. The minute I get this over here, I write it in again, and then I write the common factor down. Okay, cool? All right, now, the reason they did that is because x minus 3, we have that in common on both of these, don't we? Now, if you pull that x minus 3 out, what's left? How about that 2x squared? That's left, isn't it? And don't forget your blue here. Don't forget that. Now, this is where the answer key on your review sheet says this is the answer. It's not quite finished because you have a 2 in common here, don't you? Huh? Isn't there a 2 right here? So this is the answer on your review sheet, all right? But we should have gone one more step. Let me copy this down. We'll take a 2 out of both of these, put the 2 here. And what's left now? You get rid of the 2, you got your parentheses, and you got your x squared. The 2's gone, it's right out here. And 2 times what is 4? 2 times 2 is 4. Don't forget your minus sign. 2 times 2 is 4. So here's your final answer. This is the answer on your review sheet. They should have gone one more step and written, this is the answer.